Hi, I'm Savannah with Niche Pilates Studio, and welcome to day one of our 7-day Pilates challenge to celebrate Pride Month. At Niche, we support our LGBTQ+ community, and we believe Pilates is for everyone. So let's go ahead and get started. This is gonna be a 15-minute full body workout. Most of our videos in this series will be 15 minutes. So come along with us. We're gonna start all the way down on our mat. We'll just rest down. Let's just start with a gentle tick-tock of our knees. We don't need any props for this first day. Good. Then come back through center. We'll have our feet planted about hips width apart. Go ahead and press those palms down by our side. Feel our chest and collarbone widen. Take an inhale. Exhale as we begin to tilt that pelvis back, lifting up one vertebrae at a time into our bridge. Pausing at the top, think about softening through that rib cage. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, rolling back down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the bottom, untucking that tailbone. Exhale as we rock back, lifting up. Taking our inhale. Exhale back down. 2 more. Exhale to lift us up. One vertebrae at a time. Inhaling at the top. Exhale to roll back down. On this next one, we'll hold at the top of our bridge. Pause here. If we're feeling good, reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling, plugging those shoulder blades strong in the socket. We'll drop the tailbone down an inch. Exhale to lift us up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Little pulses here. Good, down an inch, up an inch. Nice. Good, we'll go 3 more. We hold up. In 2. On your next one, hold at the top of our bridge, pause here. Left foot is gonna stay planted. Right leg only is gonna float up to tabletop. As we do so, we're gonna bend through our left elbow, think fingertips by the ear, just a little tricep work, and then plant everything back down. We're just gonna go that right leg, left arm, exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Really stabilizing through our left glute and hamstring, pressing into that left foot to really keep us grounded. Exhaling to lift, inhale to lower. Finding a little contralateral or that opposition work, right leg, left arm for 3. Ooh, my left glute's burning already, 2. Good, last one. We're gonna see if we can go right over to that other side. So now this time, our left leg's gonna float up as we bend through that right elbow. Think fingertips by that ear, plant it back down. Exhaling to lift, inhale to lower. Now I'm stabilizing through that right glute and hamstring, feeling a little quad work as well. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Plan everything, roll all the way down. You can either tick-tock those knees again or hug the knees into the chest, finding a few small circles. I'll go for one more little tick-tock of those knees. Now that my back is loosened up a little bit. Nice. All right, from here, we're gonna bring our fingertips behind the head. Again, elbows nice and wide, feet stay planted. Take an inhale. Exhale, begin to tuck the chin into towards the chest, just softly, and then peel up through head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Starting to warm up through that core. Let's go 4 more. Last 3. On this next one, I'm gonna hold my curl, pause here, always an option to lower through head, neck, and shoulders, carefully floating my legs to tabletop, maintaining my neutral spine and pelvis. Tailbone's heavy. I just have that small gap between our back and our mat. We go to toe taps, tapping the right toe down. Exhale to lift, left side. If that head gets sticky at any point, feel free to drop through head, neck, and shoulders. Option here for both toes to lower down. Exhale to lift. If we go both toes down, be mindful of this rocking of our pelvis. We don't want to feel too much of this rocking, creating that really big arch. If we feel that rocking, reduce our range of motion. We don't have to go all the way down to the mat, just a few inches down wherever we can control it. Still gonna give you more of a challenge here. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Nice, 2 more. Last one. Good, relax for a second. All right, core should feel nice and warm. We're gonna get into our roll up now. So legs are gonna go out long. I like to send my feet a little bit wider, closer towards the edges of the mat here. And I like to flex through my feet to really help me out. Good, from here, fingertips are gonna reach overhead. Take an inhale, or reach towards the ceiling rather. Take an inhale to start to ascend those arms overhead. First one's always the toughest. Exhale as we start to tuck that chin into the chest, peeling up one vertebra at a time. You can see my feet lifted on that one. I'm gonna find a little forward fold at the top to find that full movement, getting a little stretch out through the hamstrings, restacking my shoulders over my hips, taking an inhale. Exhale, begin to squeeze through the glutes, tucking that pelvis under, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, as slow as I can go. Inhale at the bottom, arms overhead. Exhaling to peel up. Good, a little bit better that time. This one I'm just gonna stay nice and tall. Feel free to take that extra forward fold, taking an inhale. Exhale to roll back down. If you need more assistance, those knees can bend softly to help lift us up, or just keep them out long. Inhale at the top, exhale to roll back down, feeling that belly button pull towards my spine. Good, let's go one more, inhale. Exhaling to peel up, nice and tall at the top. Good, little shake out here, nice. All right, let's flip around onto all fours. Our wrists will be underneath our shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Go ahead and take a quick cat-cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Take a few wags from side to side, or little rocks. Find that chin tucking in towards that chest on our exhale. 2 more, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through that spine. Nice. All right, neutral spine and pelvis, gaze is down, right in between those hands towards that top of our mat. And knees underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders. We're gonna start with our bird dog. We're gonna go right arm, left leg only. You're gonna take an inhale, exhale, right arm, left leg extends, dropping that left hip point down. Draw everything back through center. Just that right arm and left leg. Our stability is coming from our left shoulder across that right hip, like we're wearing a seatbelt here. Let's go 3 more. We hold everything out. In 2. On our next one, hold and pause here. You're gonna tap the pinky and big toe down towards that mat. Exhale to left. Inhale to lower. Exhale to left. Let's go 3 more. Last 2, we hold up. And challenge the balance on this next one. Hold, pause here. Right arm's gonna go out to the right side as the left leg goes out to the left. Everything draws back towards midline. Good, out. Exhaling to pull in. Soft bend through our left elbow so we're not hyperextended. Let's go 3 more. Trying to feel those obliques turning on. 2. Last one. Go ahead, plant everything down. Let's go ahead and just come off those wrists, shake it out. All turn towards y'all so you can see me. We're gonna find a little hinge here before we go to that other side. You'll hinge to the hips, bring the hands to heart center. Exhale, like we're gonna press up against the wall behind us. Inhaling down, exhaling to left. Finding that heart rate starting to rise softly. Letting our gaze travel with us on the way down. Let the gaze come up towards that wall in front of us or whatever we're looking at. Nice straight out in front of us on the way up. 3 more. We hold up. In 2. Okay, last one. Nice, I'm gonna turn back. We're gonna repeat our all fours work to the other side. So left arm, right leg, this time reset. Belly button towards spine, knit the rib cage and take an inhale. Exhale, left arm extends, right leg extends. Inhale back down. Exhale out. Dropping that right hip point down. You can see my hip was a little open. Square off those hips. 3 more. soft bend to that right elbow, 2. On our next one, we hold, pause, drop the right hip point down again, tap everything down, exhale to lift, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. It's only 15 minutes of work each day. We can do anything for 15 minutes. Good, 3 more. Last 2. Next one, hold, pause. Everything extends away from midline. Everything pulls back. Good, everything goes away. Everything comes back. 3 more. 2. Last one. Let's find a child's pose really quick. Arms go long. Deep breath into the back. Exhaling out. You can flip those palms up to roll out those wrists. All right, we're gonna do a little plank series. We're gonna come up to standing, and that will be kind of our last bit of work in our standing series. So when you're ready, we're gonna find our plank. Always an option for modified plank here. Actually, let's start with our knees underneath our hips. Good, we're gonna tuck those toes under. We'll start with our bear hover. This is always a good starting place. Exhaling to lift. Inhale to tap those knees down. Exhaling to lift. Inhale to lower. Starting to feel the heat through that upper body, through the core again. 3 more. 2. Last one. Nice. All right, you always have an option to go there, or as we get set up into our high plank, I'm gonna give some options for some modifications. We're gonna pop up into that high plank. I've been doing this one in my classes. It's a love-hate relationship here. We're gonna go right side only. So right hand is gonna be lifting off that mat only. You're gonna pike those hips up towards the ceiling. Right hand is gonna reach for that left foot. Place the right hand back down. Pause here, we're not done yet. Option to plant the knees down or stay in your high plank. We open up to the right side into our side plank. We just go right side. You pike the hips up, right hand to that left foot, plant the hand down, open up to that side plank. Good, exhale, pike those hips up, right hand to that left side, inhale down, exhale as you open up. Exhale, inhale, exhale to open up, inhale down. Let's go 2 more, these are tough. Always an option on this rotation, planting the knees, opening up, and then lifting back into that pike. Last one. Good, we're gonna go right to the left side. Good, left hand to that right foot, plant it down, open up to the left. Inhale down, exhale to lift. Might have a little more flexibility or range of motion. Feel free to tap that hand all the way to that foot. That's as good as I'm gonna get today. Exhaling to open, inhale down. 2 more. Last one. Ooh. Find our down dog. Pedal out through the feet and then walk those feet up towards our hands. Take a quick little forward fold, little rock from side to side, and then peel up, 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, hopefully we're feeling nice and warm. We have a few minutes left. We're gonna finish with some standing work. So we'll start in just a squat, just to kind of get that blood flowing, full body again. Feet are about hips width apart. Let's bring the hands to heart center on the way down. Exhale like we're gonna press up against a wall on the way up. I don't know about y'all, but I am definitely sweating. I'm a little out of breath, catching that breath, trying to slow down the breathing. Inhale down, exhale out. Nice. Option for those arms to sweep overhead on the way down, sweeping them by our hips on the way up. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Let's hold on this last one. Let's find a small little pulse. Up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Okay, little shake out here. Nice. All right, let's turn. Well, I'm gonna turn to face towards my mat. Good, both feet stay planted. Left foot's gonna stay planted rather. Your right leg's gonna start to extend long behind us. Let's just bring those hands to our hips, regroup, find our upper back engagement. Right leg's gonna go long. Exhaling to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhaling to lift. Really stamp into our left big toe mound to find our balance here. We'll have a few layers on this side. We'll reset to the other side, and then we'll be finished. When we're ready, if we feel good, arms sweep overhead. Exhaling to lift. Maybe our back leg just starts to float the whole time, never touching that mat. Let's go 3 more. Ooh, balance. Last 2. Next one, we hold the pause here. Good, we're gonna find our elbows row in by our rib cage as we tap the right toes forward. Left glute should be burning. Exhale to pull. Inhale to release. Knitting that rib cage in, finding that upper back engagement, length through the back of the neck. 3 more, we hold. Last 2. Good, last tap in, everything extends long, pause there. Shift our weight even more forward. We lift that right leg up an inch, down an inch. You can do it. Here we go. We have just 3 more here. Ooh, last 2. Last one, plant both feet together, stand all the way up. Whew. All right, shake it out. We're just gonna do that to the other side, and then we are all done. Right foot stays planted, hands to the hips. Left leg goes long this time. Exhale to stand. Find that nice long line from our tailbone out through the crown of the head. All right, glute's gonna start to heat up this time. Option for those arms to sweep overhead on the way down, sweeping those hands by the hips on the way up. Three more. Press into that right big toe mound. 2, we hold low on this next one. Hold low, pause. Good, we tap those left toes in, extend. Exhale in, inhale to extend. Or just breathe, 3. Last 2, here comes that burn. Can we sink an inch on that right side? Pause. Right leg has all of that weight. You shift a little bit forward, left leg lifts, tap. Good, exhale to lift. Inhale, or feel the left glute and hamstring to lift that leg up. Last work for 3. Last 2. Last one, both feet together, press all the way up. Ooh, take a forward fold, stretch it out. Little rock from side to side. Since these videos are super quick and short, we'll just find a down dog to stretch it out, but feel free to kind of cool it down, take other stretches we need, maybe doing a few band stretches. Good, laying down on your back maybe, find some hamstring stretches. Good. And thanks for joining us. Go to day 2 tomorrow and continue the 7-day challenge.